I grew up thinking that you needed a mean, tough reputation. You had to react to any time someone offended you, address it, all that stuff. Um, just whoever's the toughest basically owns the roost type shit. Um, that's not true. It's not true at all. Really, don't get me wrong. I will whoop somebody's fucking ass if I have to, but um, the point is doing that and um, trying to impress and earn a reputation just to appease a bunch of losers. You're really suppressing the best parts of yourself. Now, for a long time growing up, I suppressed a lot of myself. My friends growing up never really knew me or who I was because I just kept it from them. I just, never talked to them about it, never brought any of my stuff to their attention. Just kept completely to myself and kept them completely out of the loop. I'm 36 years old now, and I realize that I have wasted a lot of time doing that. For what? For what? Sitting there trying to hide who I am, just to impress people because you're worried about an image, you're worried about how you look to somebody. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid, And which brings me to my next point. Relationships. Okay, I used to think relationships and relationship heartaches were like the most devastating thing ever. And don't get me wrong, they will depress the fuck out of you and leave a pretty big impact in your heart sometimes. But since we lost Colin, I realized the scale of a relationship heartbreak. And I'm not saying it's not real, but it's irrelevant because when you go through something like losing a child, you realize exactly how small and how little those relationships really were in comparison to actual real love and love that you have for a child. So I see people like relapsing and shit and using it as an excuse to completely self-sabotage themselves because they broke up with somebody or they're not getting along with a girlfriend, so they run out and drink and do drugs and shit. That shit's fucking stupid. And it's a toxic relationship when it gets to that point. And you will realize that there are people out there that love truer and better than that bullshit that you're going through right now. Point being is, put your love in yourself. Quit hiding yourself. Blossom. Be you. Do the things you want to do. Because eventually there's going to come a point where you reach that age wishing that you would have done all the stuff a long time ago because your life would have been much happier. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I was wild and I did everything big. I did it to the extreme. I didn't give a fuck about anything or anybody when I didn't have kids. Now, can I say I was happy at the time? Yes, I felt truly happy. I loved being me. But that was just because I was completely free. I had no bounds to anything at all. But basically bringing it back, you need to ask yourself, are you happy with who you are right now, doing what you're doing? And if the answer is no, then you should probably change that. Otherwise, you're going to spin out your whole life wishing that you had.